guys, welcome to today's video. Today we are starting a full playthrough of Dragon Warrior 3. I was trying to find a fun RPG I wanted to do a playthrough on, and I was having a huge issue with trying to get Fire Emblem Gaiden to work, which I wanted to play on the channel and to check it out. But that wasn't a thing, and I think you can, with all the completely constant re-releasing of Final Fantasy, which is still one of my favorite games of all time, I feel that it's been kind of done to death. So I was going to play a classic still. I think there is still plenty of this out there, but I think there's less than a lot of RPGs. So with that being said, since we're still in the NES era at the moment, we are going to start playing here. It's been a long time since I beat all the Dragon Warriors. I considered doing the re-release of the games on the Game Boy, because usually those are going to be a little more superior. But, you know, all in all, I think going back to classics and playing the original more so than any remakes is the way to go. So, with that being said, here we are. So this one actually takes place before the first one, so it's kind of a prequel. So with that being said, west edge of town and find some companions. This one just lays it all out in front of you. Hey, your dad died fighting. You're gonna pick it up. Here you go. This is who you're gonna go kill. Get on it. One thing that has always got me in every RPG out there, for the most part, is that you're out trying to save the world and do all this stuff, and everybody's like out to try to make profit off of you. Always been a thing. That's always been kind of a slight annoyance to me. I mean, it makes sense and all, but still, like, you figure that a world-renowned blacksmith would be happy to gear you up so you can go save the world and he's not going to die. But no, that's not quite how this works, is it? I mean, it's good to actually go out and find the really good, powerful stuff. And I get that, but like, just for some supplies, I think all the towns should just be like, oh, our savior here, have some, take what you need, and go forth and do your stuff. Instead of, I got this that would do you really good, but I'm not going to give it to you, but you need to go out and kill a bunch of stuff so that you can afford it. You go out of town and walk for a long time. By and by, you'll reach the edge of night. Fair enough. Alright, we got 50 gold, which can't really get us anything. Like, thanks a lot, King. Seriously. Alright. So I thought we were supposed to get a... go over here and get a party going. Take anyone along, you'd best take a soldier, a pilgrim, and a wizard. Let's see, add members. Well, what is another world? Who's not on the list first, go to the second floor. If you go to the registry first, have to add whoever to the list you'd like. No. I don't remember what the classes are. Let's see here. We go with the character I always play on MMOs is alright, so we got a soldier, pilgrim, wizard, fighter, merchant, and goof off. Huh, what do we want to do? I guess pilgrim is like a healer. Wonder what the difference... I can't remember what the difference between a soldier and a fighter are. I mean, it's said to do a soldier and a pilgrim and a wizard. We're definitely going to want a wizard. I'm guessing pilgrim is like a cleric. But this, at least we get to name our own guys, so we could do it this way. I guess we'll just do soldier. Why not? I guess we'll go with it. Alright, let's see here. My old high school crush. Alright, we will do pilgrim. I'm guessing she's going to be a healer. And then we'll make our wizard. I guess we'll do that, and then we will... Let's go talk to these guys. Maybe they will give us more. Goofs offs are really useless if you want to take one along. Wait until you get strong and take one along just for laughs, okay? Okay. Sages are a chosen few. Only those few who can withstand the rigorous training can be some sages. I think they're taking a big book out of the original Final Fantasy, where you get to pick and choose kind of your party. Although you had a lot more choices. I beat Final Fantasy 1 with just about every combination you could possibly do. And definitely White Wizard is the hardest one I think I've ever done. I know, unfortunately, there's probably going to be a good fair share of boring parts in this with some grinding and all that fun jazz. It's going to be a lot more of a grind and a slog, more so than like Crystalis, and some of the other playthroughs that we've done. Because those you can kind of run through and you don't really need to like level up as much, and it's not as hard. But this is definitely a much longer Oh, that's our bank. Okay. Talking and trying to do things at the same time. But Faxanadu and such is a pretty basic game that didn't require really leveling. Castlevania didn't either. Crystalis doesn't really take that much. I'm looking forward to getting into the Super Nintendo games because those had some great RPGs in them that I'm really looking forward to playing again. Alright. So we'll see how this goes. I'm planning on doing, 1 hour playthroughs at least 1 hour at a time. Hopefully a little bit longer. And if we're getting into it and things are going well, maybe there'll be 2 or 3 hours. I'm trying not to do any of them shorter than that. And I know this game can be beat a lot faster, but I don't remember anything about it. We're not doing any walkthroughs or hints or anything in regards to that, so it's probably going to take a lot more, not a lot more playing, a lot more backtracking. So we'll see how everything goes. Hopefully you enjoyed. If there's any questions, comments, or anything, feel free to, as always, respond in comments. I try to get back to them as soon as humanly possible, every chance I get. I've always really liked the Dragon Warrior music. Again, Final Fantasy is like, I think it's like the pillar as far as almost everything goes. They just did everything like so well. The music, the soundtrack, I still listen to in my car sometimes. I have all the music from the first 6 Final Fantasies. And it's just like the music is so well done. I mean, they've won numerous awards over the years for all the music in Final Fantasy. The gameplay was superb. The story was great. Like everything that just really lended itself well to be a perfect blend for a JRPG. I've always still had a very good spot in my heart for all the Dragon Warriors though, and to this day at least the Dragon Warrior series has stayed true to what they have started off being. Even the newest Dragon Warrior is still a fun, engrossing, rich, deep, wonderful fantasy RPG, where Final Fantasy has really been all over the place. And they used to be a Final Fantasy, now it's Final Sci-Fi, and I don't know, you got guys with guns for arms and just all kinds of stuff that doesn't belong in the series. They should have done its own unique thing for all the sci-fi that they want to do and kept it true to the RPG elements. I have just, like, as you've seen, I have not really been able to get myself to play the new Final Fantasy anymore. I have been so bored of it that I just, every time I think about playing and getting back on to get further in it, I just can't. It's just too, like, it's too on the rails boring that it's not fun, and I'm having a hard time putting it into my PlayStation at this point. I'm sure at some point we will do it again, but at the moment, I can't. And I've just been, I had high hopes and it looked beautiful. It's a gorgeous game. Like, let's not, the beauty of that game is just superb, but it takes a lot more than a pretty game to be any good, you know? I would rather have an 8-bit graphic game that on a PlayStation 5 where the game is like 200 hours long of great quality RPG than I would having some, you know, studio quality beautiful game that has absolutely no gameplay or business even being a game at all. And the new Final Fantasy is not a game, it's an interactive movie again. And I'm not happy with it. And I can't get myself to play it, so hopefully I will at some point. I wonder if there's anything we can do with the rock. Probably not. We don't have enough money for any gear yet, so we're going to have to farm a bunch of money so we can start getting equipped. So that's going to be the boring part. The first hour or two of this game is probably not going to be that much fun for anybody, me included. I thought there was a... Huh. There is no open door. Okay. Could have swore there was. So yeah, it's pretty much going to be this video for the most part. Cave in the forest south of this village tower that connects... Alright. Where we're just going to farm. We're going to get a couple levels. We're going to get some gear. And go from there. The best place to do that pretty much is going to be by the castle because we can rest at Mom's for free. So that makes more sense. It's going to be a lot of ravens and slimes at the moment. I don't need to gear up everybody, but I would like to gear up at least a few people and get to level 5 with everyone for the most part. Kind of make it to where getting through things aren't overly bad. But those are the two sounds that I think all RPG players know. Is the level up music from Final Fantasy and Dragon Warrior. And for the most part, they never change it throughout all the games just because it's so iconic that why would you mess with something like that? So they might do little twists on it or not or whatnot, but for the most part, it all sounds exactly the same, and it's just that sound that you're always happy to hear. And our wizard is already getting in trouble. Alright, spell, heal, Majorel, spell, blaze, Alright, let's just heal up a little bit. We got... You need some healing. And that's it. We have no hit points, so... 10 is max. That is one of the things that I like. Again, we're going to be doing a lot of this, but comparison to like this and Final Fantasy, some of the other ones, is your minimum, your current and your maximum, like hit points and magic, are both on display at all the time. So you kind of can gauge what's going on instead of just looking up and forgetting on, oh shit, I only have 10 hit points, and then realizing that 10 hit points is all he actually has to begin with, and if you forget about it, then you're just like healing for no reason. And I'm not sure if they did fix this like they did in some of the other ones where you don't just attack air and it moves to the next enemy. I believe that you're still going to, if I had everybody attack the Raven, that we wouldn't be doing anything. Which was one of the biggest things that I had a problem with on the original Final Fantasy, is you can only, if you attack, you have to like plan out and attack each individual enemy. Where in the remakes they fixed it to where as long as you were targeting the group, it would just go to the next one. Which was a huge, like, out of every single thing, the game really needed very little updating or changing in any way, shape, or form. But I think that was the only thing that they ever needed to do to the remake of Final Fantasy. I think, you know, if you want to do graphically or whatever, not a big deal. But that one key thing for fighting was probably the best thing that they could have ever done to it. Alright, so what we got here? We're going to get the gold here, but we're going to go to the next town to buy gear, because I think they're usually going to have better stuff than the starting town. Which we're going to start working towards. Hopefully fight something better than ravens and slimes. So what do you think, as far as, all in all, any RPG really, but what do you find as your favorite for old school Nintendo RPGs? There was a decent amount of them that a lot flew under the radar. I think that Final Fantasy eclipsed everything, and then from there, Dragon Warrior was probably right up there. They had a pretty decent amount of the action RPGs that we've kind of played a lot of on the channel already, with the Castlevania and Faxanadu. Willow is one of the games that I'm planning on doing here shortly for a playthrough, which I'm looking forward to. But that's going to be another, more of an action RPG. But I know games like, what's it called? The Fire Emblem Gaiden is supposed to be a really good RPG. Released only in Japan. They did have remakes on other systems. So if I can't get them running on the English translation one running on here, I'll probably wind up playing it on the Game Boy. I wanted to do more for the, since it was on Nintendo first, more of the untouched original, more so than doing the any remakes. What do you say, as far as like more so like the JRPGs, more than some of the other action RPG games out there? Let me know what you think. I believe we're all aware of what I do. Alright, so 14 and 16, let's just go ahead and heal them now. Heal does not heal much, so it's not as useful in combat, more so as it is outside of combat. The higher the healing, the better it is, the more useful it is during combat. But it's always better to heal before than after. Or during, I should say. You lose out on the attack. And that one attack can seriously matter. Good lord, they are just whooping up on me. Ouch. Flaginator. Spell. Oh, we are gonna die. I keep forgetting to cast some spells. Let's and we didn't get any, hopefully there's an herb here. Nope. Alright, well, let's get out of here and we're gonna die. It just is what it is at this point. Ooh, we got away. Alright, we are definitely not going to try to work our way to the castle. We are just going to get here. We survived. Alright. Well, we're here. We'll heal up and then we'll go look at gear and see what we can outfit ourselves in. Alright, what do we have here? Alright, so yeah, see, so much better stuff, but good God. Just for a knife, we need 200. We can't buy anything here. We can get some leather armor, and that would be it. Alright. Can we... Nope, he doesn't. He does not. So we have to go to the castle to record on our stuff. Alright, so we gotta buy some medical herbs. Some herbage. Make sure that everybody has at least one on them, so that way if we do get into the spot like last time, we can heal up. Alright, we'll do one more on both of these guys, because they're going to be more useful support than they are for attack. Alright. Is there anybody up here? Oh yeah, we talked to the kid whose mommy got attacked by monsters. So is there no save here? I guess we do only can only do it over at the... Alrighty then. Alright, let's go back in here and see if we can do some more. They do like attacking the main guy on here, don't they? Good lord. Also curious, do you guys do a lot of farming early on, late on, or do you guys just barrel through and just kind of do the whole thing by the skin of your teeth? And do you like to just do a little bit of leveling, or do you like to just get yourself as overpowered as possible as soon as you can, and then breeze through everything? And speaking of that, anybody remember the Final Fantasy VI, which of course was Final Fantasy III on Super Nintendo? The little trick that you can do to get yourself huge boost early on in the game when you're doing the river. If you have an auto attack, a turbo button, you just pretty much tape down you put it on memory, you auto tape, and you put it on, I think you always go right, and then you have the one guy that is a massive healer that just can heal your party infinitely since he's a NPC, and you can put it on and you can go to school and like for the whole weekend, and you come back and you can be level 99 and like early on in the game, which was quite hilarious. I don't know if you could do it on any of the remakes, but it's doable for the on the original. Always with the surround, man. That was that I think is one of the most annoying spells in the Dragon Warrior franchise, is surround, where you miss everything. Like I think you miss like almost like 40% of your attacks. Is just a whiff. Good lord, we are getting whooped. All that for 6 experience is pathetic. That's another thing I like in some other RPGs, that when you level up, you actually heal too. Like, in a way, I like that you don't, but sometimes it's nice where you're like deep in a dungeon and you're like, for some of the newer Final Fantasies where you're like, oh, I just need one more thing, and he'll heal, and your guys at like on the cusp of death, and you're just powering through a little bit just so you can get that one extra XP so you can level up, and as soon as you do, it's like, oh good, we are alive with full health. Alright, so we have 17. And our wizard is good still, so we don't have to deal with that. We already got the treasure. Froggies! Come on, kill the frog or do something so we don't lose our guy yet. Yeah. I don't like the green. I miss the red. Like, it's just more foreboding. The green is just like, meh. I like how it was red in the other ones. Ah, that's where we are. Okay. We are definitely not coming here yet. Oof. Oh, just moths. Okay. Still annoying, but not at the end of the world. Alright. Time to firebomb some moths, huh? That's the good thing about spells is that you don't have to worry about Mirage on it, but good lord, everything else. We are blowing through some levels though. Alright, we are not quite ready for that at the moment. Let's go look around a little bit more before we head out of here and go heal. What we got over here? Yeah, so I guess you definitely have, you just use a key and open the doors here. Alright, we're doing good on health right now. We're hanging in there. Ugh. Sometimes the RNG, man, is pretty brutal where you fight like every 3 steps. All right. Alright, how are we doing on everything? Magic, she only has 2 left. Yeah, let's try to get ourselves out of here and get healed. We definitely need to go to an inn. We've got a few levels, so we're starting to get to a point where we can do something. We have no gold though, good God. Like, we can go buy some clubs, but it's like, it's usually just never worthwhile. I've never found it worthwhile to get the really... The level, the starting town weaponry. Yeah, you do a little bit better, but all in all, like, you're better off just spending some time getting some gold and buying the better stuff. I think we should be just fine making it to town. We're just about at the stairs. We should be able to make it. We can attempt a run if we need to. But I think we'll make it to town without a battle. Yeah, all right. We can almost afford to get 1 weapon. Oh, it's so rough. Well, we can buy the knife, right? I think it's only 200. That gets 1 guy. Like, trying to gear up all your fighters is just so long and grueling. All right, we're getting there. We only got 1 direction left to go in. I should have checked that before we went to the inn. We should be fine. We just got... They were just waiting for us. What weapons do we have, anyways? I didn't even bother to look and see what they started us with. Usually it's like the cypress stick or some other just ridiculousness. Hey, we got our first spell, which should be heal. Yes, all right. What we got? The copper sword. Remember when you actually had to buy the copper sword in part 1? And it was kind of expensive. What does the other guys have? Do. Alright, what else we got? What do you have at the club? Leather. Let's see, equip. What do you got? Club. Wayfarer's clothes. There's the cypress stick. So yeah, we already have leather on 2 of our guys. So it's like, who are we going to get first for equipment? Alright, so here's where we want to be, it looks like. Alright, it's time to heal. Alright, well I guess we might as well heal him too. Actually, we'll wait a fight or two. Because it seems to be healing fairly decent. By the time we get out of here, we should be doing pretty well for gold. As long as these enemies maintain being slimes and rabbits and such, I think we should be alright. Finally, we got some herbage coming. $16 pieces of gold. Hey, ravens. What are they doing in a cave? Should be bats, not ravens. Right, where are we going? Good Lord, I hate the back-to-back-to-back fighting like that. That is the one thing that action RPGs definitely have over JRPGs is the random battling can be a bit of a fuck. It reminds me of the fire cave in Final Fantasy where you go into one of the branches and every step you take is an attack. It's kind of what it feels like here. Jesus. Luckily, we're not really taking damage. Oh, brutal. We're not really taking damage, so we're doing okay. We haven't even had the heal rack yet. Jor-El should be needing to get healed soon, but we're going to hold off on that a little bit more. Oof! There's a lot of rabbits. Look at the rabbit. Look at the bones. His teeth are like. We were joking about that the other day. Monty Python and the rabbit. Bring forth the holy hand grenade of Antioch. Oh, so we just kind of went in a loop. Is all we did. Alrighty then, well, that's pretty easy. Is there any other doors? Yeah, okay, there's the door. Because, yeah, that's where we came out of. Wayfarer's clothes. I hate when they do shit like that, too. That is so disappointing. Like, here's the worst stuff you can pretty much have. Can we equip Jor-El with the Wayfarer's clothes? No, we can't. Alright, how are we doing? Alright, we got... Alright, so we'll use him to heal people outside of battle. We'll get that done. Let's heal everybody just to... Oh, wait. We'll heal the healer. That should be good for now, I think. Try to keep as good a health as we can up. We gotta get Jor-El some better. I think he's the one that needs it the most. Our mage has got to be able to hit harder than 1 hit point. Alright, so we got more herbs. Early on, herbs are good for doing this in the dungeons. See, we should have waited on the heal. That way we could have healed better. Oh well. Alright, what are we gonna do? Let's just have everybody gang up on the rabbits first. We're saving fireballs for when we need it the most. Right now, enemies are too weak to bother with. Stairs! Alright, I think that's about an hour. We're going to go ahead and walk over to the castle here. We'll get healed up and save. And then thank you for bearing with us for the first part of Dragon Warrior. Many, many more to come. Like I said, the first few episodes are probably going to be slow going. I don't mind. I wouldn't feel offended if you skipped a few of them until we start getting into the meat and taters of it all, because right now we're still just getting our feet wet a little bit. We're getting our gear, getting our levels, getting our bearings, figuring out where we're going and what we're doing, and then from there we can start actually playing the game. All right. All right, let's get healed up. For the hero, we don't get, like, the soldier is doing so much better in stats than we are. I mean, that eventually changes soon, but for the early parts, it's like, kind of sad. It's funny that they have an in with no need to use it. What did you have to say? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Cyber Stick is thing. Copper Sword we could get for the soldier, but I don't really think it's worthwhile. The leather shields we can wind up getting. Let's sell. How are we not able to sell? It's definitely going to take some getting used to. Usually it says buy and sell, and I don't know why we can't... Maybe we can only sell on these shops, I guess? Alright, so let's go to the castle. Let's get saved. And then we will call that episode 1. So our first objective is going to be to find the key. Oh, 2 more experience. 2, 6, and 28. It's weird that it, like almost every RPG, if your guys start together, they maintain the exact same experience and levels unless they die. But in this one, everybody's different. They're just like, yeah, it's random. Alright guys, well thanks for bearing with me on episode 1. We'll see you on part 2. Have a good day.